So let's now see how we can load and save our model. I promised you later on we will be loading the pre-trained weights from OpenAI, but it is not a bad idea to learn how we can save and load our own model, just in case you want to revisit this without having to retrain the model. It's just like it's a nice thing to know how we can save PyTorch models. So in PyTorch, the recommended way is to use the so-called state dict of a model that we save, and this contains the model weights, like the weight parameters of the token embedding layers, the query weights, also even our mask here, our causal mask, which we saved as a buffer. So it contains all these things, but it doesn't contain information about the model architecture. We will get to that in a few moments. And then we can use the torch save function, and we can give it some name. Let me just call that model.pth. It's just like a common convention for PyTorch files to append pth, but it can be anything. You can name it ABC, or you can just omit it in general. So it doesn't really matter how you name it. It's really up to you. And yeah, this is how we save a model in PyTorch. Then it should be saved locally to this where this notebook is located. You can also be a bit more precise and add a specific path and so forth. But here, let's just save it relative to this notebook. And then I wanted to show you, more importantly, how we can load this. Let's just add a new or create a new notebook here where we don't have anything. So in order to load this model, because it doesn't have any architecture information, what we actually do need is the architecture. So we had it in our previous chapters.py file. And so we can import our model here, our configuration, and then we can load a new model. So we can do GPT model and then GPT, config. So this will create a new model, and it will have random weights, but we don't care about the random weights. They can be anything for now because we will be overwriting these weights. So we will be overwriting them with our weights that we have saved in this model.pth file. So one more thing, I wanted to define also the device again. So this is what we have used before when we had the CUDA and the CPU device. And now the reason is because we can do a torch.load, and then we type the name of the model file, pth in this case, and then we can say a map location device. So it will load that on a device that we specify. So if we, for example, saved the model on a GPU, but my computer now that I'm using, maybe a week later, only has a CPU, this won't crash because this will then determine, oh, my model only, or my computer only has a CPU, so it will only load it on a CPU. You can also just, overwrite this manually. So here you can just control independently how the model was saved, where the model is loaded. And then, and then we do, so this is, by the way, so this is loading the model weights. So maybe let me execute this in a new cell. I should, of course, import torch. So this is loading the model weights, and you can see this is basically the state dict that we have saved. Now we have to get that state dict into our model. So for that we use model.load state dict, and then we can just copy and paste it in here. And then, it hopefully shows success. And this basically means that we have loaded our model, and this should be then ready to use. So then, we can use it similar to what we have done in the previous sections.
Get this book at Manning.com.